Rally on me.
Okay, move.
It's just a scout.
You're
Right
gonna
now.
move?
Oh, it's a rally.
Yep.
Or a scout.
No.
Hasn't sent yet. Oh, no. Yep.
I'm
Go, go,
sending
go,
them.
go, 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 go.
Sent. Did you make it?
Come on,
You
Bear.
get it?
Did
Yeah.
you get
Got
it?
it.
Got it.
Yay!
My
Hopefully.
first port swap ever.
Nice.
Sparky tried to get it too.
And it's on tape.
Val will be so proud.
They really will, because I really bad at it. Annabeth, are they doing you again?
This is just a scout right now.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look. We got a new one on our team who joined finally.
Who's this new person
Look,
that joined? Are they going to rally him?
who is a new American? Hi, our
20,
menial.
27.
I mean, they were Kagavi or whatever. They might rally.
Iron Man. Mute.
Crystal mine.
You could server mute him.
Oh shoot! I got kicked. Hopefully, no one hits me.
Crystal mine 5 minutes above us.
Okay, let me server mute. Let's see here. Server mute.
Well, you can individually mute yourselves.
Okay, he's muted.
Yeah. That too.
Who's Izzy Pop? They're hitting Izzy Pop.
Oh, Izzy. Oh my God, Izzy was squishy. Izzy actually, raid Izzy if you guys can, because since they're all dusty, Izzy isn't going to lose as much. But if they weren't dusty, Izzy would definitely lose a lot.
Why do these people come so late? I don't understand.
Right.
I mean, we got screwed
mean,
by the team. Like, seriously. Those two were 20 bills.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling someone that like I wish Izzy wasn't on the team because Izzy was kind of squishy. But now that Izzy's like here, they're not as squishy, you know.
We would have lasted longer, though, with two more people in those rallies. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll make up for it in defense and boost us all the way to first.
3 minutes left. Bear, thank you for leading. That
I
still was fun.
apologize, guys. We did not have this competition in any of our other matches, so unfortunately, we had good people.
Oh, I'm good because the first match you smashed me. Yeah.
I mean, you did good still. We did good still. It could have been worse.
Yeah, it's all Bear's fault. I ran out of high heels.
We got fourth place.
Well,
we did not do good.
Well, I'm actually sorry that I wasn't able to show up on time. It was either showing up on time or driving the first or second hour and a half.
It's all good.
Sorry for the noise in the background. I just wanted to get this video out really quickly. The juniors code is still active because it got cut off 24 hours. So I got 9 hours to make up for it. So there's 3 hours left to go. Please use it if you forgot, procrastinated, or you forgot to get enough to cover you for next weekend because you don't know if you're going to get another chance to have another promo. So a couple of things from that video. I wanted to show you guys my very first port swap. We got that on video. I'm so proud of that. I've never done it before. I've always been too slow. So I just want to say I'm very proud of that. But secondly, I do want to say we were on winning teams both times. So I was not expecting the amount of competition that we got this time, but I do want to say those last players that showed up late, they really screwed us. If you're going to tap out for juniors, and I totally get it, and it's understandable, I'm not mad about that. What I don't like is that people totally don't show up for the team, or couldn't you have just showed up at the beginning and then bounced, right? The people that came up the last 5 minutes, like seriously, F you. Now, if there's any circumstances involving real life, I'm just kidding. I'm not saying that, but if you came just to be an asshole, you're screwing the rest of the team that was having a lot of fun. If we had 2 more 20 billion players filling those rallies, we could have lasted at least another 20 minutes. Now, we also got screwed out of 2 team heals, and I have a video on that, and I'll show you guys that later. But I do want to say that being on a losing, being on the very last team, what I did learn is some perspective, because truly I've never really been on a team that is like last place, right? So what I learned is your team matters the most. It truly does. So if people can't fill rallies, if they cannot find targets for you or keep up with the mines or calling out reans, it doesn't matter how good of a setter you are. And I'm not saying that I'm a good setter, but I'm just saying in general. Like, let's say we're talking about the best setter in Evony. If they didn't have a team that could do all of those things, it doesn't matter. You are not going to win. You are not going to win a match. So make sure, if you're the rally setter, to treat your team well, because we get it. You're the one that's spending the money. You're the one that has, you're the one calling the shots, right? But at the end of the day, respect your team. If your team needs a team heal, let them get a team heal. Like, we try to get a team heal every single time, and they just did not trigger for us. So the second thing, since I've experienced rally leading, I actually have a whole different respect for rally leaders. I already had a massive amount of respect for them, but I do have a different perspective now. And that's, you really have to stay calm and think fast with 100 million things coming at you. And when you have no sleep especially, it's very hard to maintain just that calm composure. So the thing is like with rally leading, there's just a lot more pressure because you're expected to keep up with those buffs. You're expected to keep up your Warhol. I had a Warhol 40, okay? I never cared about my Warhol because I was a rally filler, and I wasn't actually one of those people that were chasing 45. I am one of those people now. Now that my rally haul, my embassy are at 44, I'm kind of on a path to go to 45, but before I was just a filler. So I didn't need to get any rally cap capacity. I didn't need to get any of these certain gears or generals because I just didn't need them. So I was able to focus on much less. So I have much more respect on what rally leaders have to do in terms of making sure that they have the best for their team. So if you have a good team rally leader that keeps up on buffs, that makes sure that, your team is thriving, it's so rare to have that. The people that push for your points, the people that make sure the team is, getting their pushes in order, making sure that everybody feels important and they matter. And I think it's just one of those things that it's a very rare quality to have, and it's very hard to do. So if you have somebody that can organize and can lead and can coordinate things, it's kind of something that I think we all take granted for. I think on the last day of finals, I could kind of tell that our team probably was going to be harder to corral, because the first two All-Stars we had, there were people in the Discord right away. And the third day, the finals group, it was really hard to track people down. I'm sure people were tired, but it just was really hard to get people. So I think at that point, most of the time people just don't want to waste their heals, especially for juniors, because of the rewards. And so I do polls, and based off of those polls, I can tell if the team is going to be willing to speed or be on voice chat and all that kind of stuff. So you can kind of gauge ahead of time. So truly, when we got last place, I mean, it was disappointing. We obviously wanted to win, and we obviously wanted, people to get more rewards and prizes, but we knew at the end of the day, it's juniors, and this is what happens. So, and this does not only just happen on juniors, it happens on majors as well. Once people get semis and they get the Dragon Egg, they're just like, yep, we're good with that. And if they make finals, they sometimes just don't care. A lot of the people want to go for that Elder Dragon scroll, but a lot of the majority of people might not care about the castles and keeps as much as they care about those dragons. So what I have always told people is I play within my means. I truly do. So I know a lot of people, what that could mean is different for everybody. The amount that you spend is different for everyone, but I never overshoot my play style or my means. So I know for a fact on C2, I know I will never get a Elder Dragon scroll. I don't think I could ever make top 50. it's not even just a skill thing or my buffs are good enough for like, you know, the whales that are on C2. And I know I have to go to keep 45, and when I know that I have only this amount of speed ups, it's just not worth it to me to know that down the road in a couple of months or whenever that will be, that I'm going to have to spend a lot of money or do a lot of monsters or whatever it is in order to get to 45. So for me, getting to 45 is more important than trying to get an Elder Scroll and then possibly either getting it or failing and still exhausting all those speed ups. So it's a lot of factors, right? So when you play to your level and within your means, you're always going to be able to enjoy the game as long as you don't have like, you know, the drama and all that kind of stuff all around you. But if you just play within your means, you just don't get disappointed, right? And so I understand people are just going to, you know, heal what they can in juniors and that's it. But I think those people could have at least said, you know what, we're going to show at the last minute, or why not just show up at the beginning and say, hey, I will join the rallies until I lose my troops and then I have to bounce. And when you let people know, at least you're giving your team a fighting chance. So let's try to make it so that we can normalize people coming to the beginning of the match. And if they have to tap out, it's much better for them to get their points early on and help the team last longer than to come at the very last 5 minutes. It's just, that's not helping anyone. And that's just a selfish move, right? So I do want to say thank you to the team that did play. You guys are amazing and awesome. And I truly think that if we would have had more troops, we would have had a much better fighting chance. But, you know, I think that's something to remember too about All-Stars. And just remember, it's a lot of luck. Just like the game is, it's a lot of luck on who you get matched up with, who's willing to heal. It truly is all of those factors. And you can maybe have the best setter in the world, but if you don't have people that can fill those rallies or call out the targets, there's a very good chance that you might not win if you have the best setter in the world. So all of these things I think are super important, and I want you guys to not be disappointed if you didn't make it to the level that you wanted. There's always next time, learn from it, and just make sure that you're using this code in the next 2 hours because you don't know if there's going to be a code next weekend.